want you to remember that these lessons are given to you by a convenience that we have between Los Andes and Puntaje Nacional. Thanks to this union, you can have these free lessons. Remember that we are in English class, guys. Okay, so I hope everyone is ready. We're going to start right now with the lesson. So here we have two doggies fighting about food. Did you eat my food? No, I didn't eat your food. So today we're going to be talking about the past simple in this first session, okay? So this is what we're going to be doing today. First, we're going to talk about what the past simple is. Then we're going to talk about form and use of the past simple. We're going to learn some pronunciation rules related to the past simple. As always, we're going to have examples and exercises so that you can see if you understood everything or if you have any questions. So after we have the examples and exercises, as always, we're going to have some time for making questions and answers, okay? And then we're going to have the test practice, as always. So, the past simple is used to talk about an action that ended in a period of time previous to the present. Duration is not important, so we don't care about how long did it take to make that action. The timing with the action is done can be recent or distant one. So we can be talking about 2 minutes ago, or we can be talking about a week, a month, a year, okay? So now we have the explanation in Spanish so that you don't get confused. Simple past, o el pasado simple, se utiliza para hablar de una acción que concluyó en un tiempo anterior al actual. Cuando estamos hablando del presente simple, hablamos de algo que estaba pasando, que pasaba en un momento, que pasaba en un momento no, una acción que es habitual, ¿sí? Como un hábito, algo que es un hecho. Pasa lo mismo con el pasado simple. Hablamos de una acción que puede ser un hábito y todo esto, pero es algo que concluyó, empezó y concluyó en el pasado. Y lo que les decía de la duración no es relevante. No es importante cuánto tiempo dura la acción. Y el tiempo en que se sitúa la acción puede ser un pasado reciente o un pasado lejano. Podemos estar hablando de hace unos minutos, de ayer, de hace una semana, de hace 50 años. No importa. Okay. So now we have the form, or the way the present simple is constructed. So, to form the past simple with regular verbs, you use the infinitive and we add the termination ed. The form is the same for every person. So you don't have to change the way the verb is constructed with any person of the subject, yeah? It's not different with the third person or with the plural. It's always the same. So we're going to check some examples. We have want and wanted, learn and learned, stay and stayed, walk and walked. Yeah? So as you see, we have the verb in infinitive, want, and we just have to add the ed. Because these verbs are regular verbs. With irregular verbs, the word for the past or the past, the pronunciation or the construction for the past is totally different. We're going to see some examples later. So for these regular verbs, we just have to add ed at the end. Yeah? And as I told you, if I have I, you, he, she, it, the verb is not going to change. Okay? Good. Let's continue. Remember to make the questions at the end of the class, okay? Exceptions. So, as with all the verbs, when we are organizing them, when we are, I forgot the word, guys. Sorry. So, when we are saying the verbs or changing the verbs to talk about the past or the present continuous, whatever, we have exceptions. For example, so the first exception is for verbs that end in E, we only add a D. Entonces, para los verbos que terminan en E, solo debemos agregar la D para conjugar el verbo en el pasado simple. Entonces, para conjugar el verbo, en la primera excepción es que si el verbo termina en E, solamente agregamos la D. Entonces, aquí tenemos dos ejemplos, change, changed, and believe, believed. Okay? Then for the second exception, we have for verbs that end on a short vowel and a consonant, except for Y or W, without the ending consonant. Entonces, para los verbos que terminan en una vocal corta y una consonante, pero esas consonantes no pueden ser ni la Y ni la W, nosotros doblamos la consonante final. Entonces, la O y la I son las short vowels o las vocales cortas. ¿Y qué pasa? Como termina en una vocal corta y P, por ejemplo, la palabra stop, vocal corta O y la P, entonces debemos doblar la P para que la pronunciación funcione. Entonces, stop, stopped. Es como si pronunciáramos dos palabras, stopped. Luego tenemos commit, que termina en la I, que es otra vocal corta, y la T, entonces tenemos que agregar otra T, committed, committed, ¿ok? Y la siguiente excepción es para for verbs that end on a consonant and Y, you change the Y for an I. Parecido a lo que pasaba con los superlativos o los comparativos, para los verbos que terminan con Y, cambiamos la Y por una I y agregamos la ED, ¿no? Entonces, for example, we have study, we change it to studied, and try, we have it for tried, okay? This part is very simple, just that with most of the things, like most of the things in English, you have to know the things by memory, I mean by heart, yeah? It's not that you have to know the things by heart, okay? Good, let's continue. So now we have, excuse me, now we have the structure. So first, we learn how to construct with the verb in infinitive the past simple. That is that we have to add the ed at the end when the verbs are regular and the rules. Now we're going to talk about the general structure of the past simple. First, we have, for the affirmative, we have the subject, the verb in infinitive, and we have ed. So I skipped. Then we have, for example, the complements, yeah? So I skipped class, for example, that today you missed class, I skipped class. Then for the negative, we have the subject, the auxiliary with the negation, and the infinitive, and remember, always the infinitive doesn't have to have to, okay? So, subject, they didn't go to the party, for example. They didn't go to the party. Good. For the interrogative, remember that every time we are using the auxiliaries to construct our sentences in English, when it's the affirmative or when it's the negative, we use did not. And always when we're going to make a question, we have to translate the auxiliary or to the beginning of the sentence. So for example, here we have, did she arrive? So first the auxiliary, then the subject, and then the infinitive. Did she arrive? So remember that here, when we, in the sentences that we have to use the auxiliary, the time is presented in the auxiliary. So you know that the present simple with the auxiliary is do, and in the past is did, okay? So we don't have to put the verb in past. Here, when we use the auxiliary is the one that has the responsibility to show the past. So they didn't go, interrogative, did she arrive? And then we have the negative interrogative. Didn't you play soccer yesterday, for example? Didn't you play? Didn't you play the guitar yesterday? Whatever. So remember, we have the auxiliary always at the beginning in the interrogation, and the auxiliary is the one that has the time, that is past in this case. Okay? Good. Now let's go to some pronunciation rules that are very, very, very important. So, excuse me guys. Here we have a tongue twister. Can you, can, as a canner, can. Okay, so why this? Because sometimes we have some problems pronunciating the ed at the end of the sentences when we are talking in English. Because when we are talking in the past simple, the sound of the ed changes depending on the verb and on the other sounds or the phonetics of the rest of the word. Okay? So let's check the pronunciation. So we pronounce the termination ed in different ways depending on the letter that goes with at the end of the infinitive. In general, the E sound is mute, so we don't pronounce the E when we are, most of the time, when we are conjugating the verbs in past simple. So let's go to the first rule. With the infinitives that end in P, F, K, or S, mute consonants, except for the T, we pronounce the termination ed with a T. So I'm going to change to Spanish. Con los infinitivos que terminan en P, o los verbos que terminan en P, en F, en K o en S, que son consonantes sordas, excepto la T, pronunciamos la terminación de ed como una T. Entonces aquí tenemos la palabra look termina en K. Tenemos la ed y acá tenemos la pronunciación looked. Entonces no estamos pronunciando ni la E ni la D, sino que ese sonido de ed se convierte en un sonido de T. ¿Ok? So looked. Lo mismo con kiss. Termina en S. La ed, no decimos kissed o kissed. We say kissed. I kissed a girl, like Katy Perry's song. Yeah? So looked and kissed. Try to remember that. So when they end in P, F, K, or S, the ed sound is a T. This is important to remember. Okay. Now, for the second rule, with the infinitives that end in B, G, L, M, N, V, and Z, sound consonants, except for D, or a vowel, we pronounce only D. So we don't pronounce the E, just the D. Con los infinitivos que terminan en B, en G, en L, en M, en V o en Z, que son consonantes sonoras, excepto por la D, o que terminan en vocal, pronunciamos solo la letra D. No pronunciamos la ED, sino solo la D. Entonces tenemos yell, sería yelled, y clean, cleaned. Try to remember, yelled and cleaned. So we don't pronounce the E. Yelled it? No, yelled. Clean it? Cleaned. Okay? Then we have, for number 3, the infinitives that end in D or in T, we pronounce the E as an I. Ok. Entonces, con los infinitivos que terminan en D o en T, que eran las excepciones anteriores, tenemos que tener, obviamente, una forma para pronunciarlas. Pronunciamos la E como una I. ¿Ok? Entonces, end, ended, ended. Wait, no sería waited, ended. ¿Ok? If you can see that the pronunciation is like an I. Ended, oops, and waited. Okay? So these rules are for life, not precisely for the exam, but for you to know when you are speaking in English that you need to know some pronunciation rules. Okay? So let's continue now to what I always tell you that is the most important. Most important than knowing exactly the grammatical aspects or knowing exactly the pronunciation. What it's important is that you understand when to use something. When you know when to use it, you're gonna use it easily. Even if sometimes your pronunciation is not perfect, people is going to be able to understand you. Okay, now let's check the uses. So past simple is used to talk about an action, a concrete action that started and ended in the past. Generally, we use it with some adverbs of time, as last year, yesterday, last night. Okay? Entonces, el pasado simple se utiliza para hablar de una acción concreta que empezó y terminó en el pasado. ¿Ok? Generalmente lo usamos con adverbios de tiempo como last year, yesterday, or last night. Here we have 2 examples. Tom stayed at home last night. Okay? So this is a concrete action. He stayed. And we are talking about a time, as I told you, always when we are talking about the past simple, It can be a minute ago, an hour ago. So the time and the duration is not important. So Tommy stayed at home last night. A concrete fact. Kate worked last Saturday. Okay? Kate worked last Saturday. So here we have two examples of the first use, that is to talk about a concrete action that started and ended in the past. Then we use it for a series of actions that happened in the past. Okay, so everything happened in the past, but this is a series of actions. So I received the good news and immediately called my husband. So here we have two actions that came one after the other. First, she received a good news, and then, or immediately, she called her husband. Okay? So there are two actions in the past, concrete actions, and they are one after the other. Okay? They are a series of actions. There can be more actions, 4, 5, 6 actions. Yeah? The important thing is that as they are in the past and they are one after the other, we are using the past simple. So I received the good news and immediately called my husband. Okay? Then we use it also for repetitive or habitual actions in the past. So something that is a habit. We always traveled to Cancún for vacations when we were young. Okay? Entonces siempre viajamos a Cancún durante las vacaciones cuando éramos jóvenes. We always traveled to Cancún for vacations when we were young. Entonces, ¿esto qué quiere decir? Que era una acción habitual. Digamos, todos los diciembre viajábamos a Cancún. Ustedes pueden hacer lo mismo. Todos los años viajo a San Andrés a visitar a mi familia. ¿Ya? So, every year, my family always travels to Cucuta on vacations. Yeah? So, it is something that is repetitive or habitual. Then we have 4. We use it for narrations or actions that took a long period of time in the past. Lo usamos para narraciones o acciones de periodos de largo tiempo en el pasado. So I worked for many years in a museum. So I studied for many years in a university. Yeah? So it's because we maybe are telling a story. No, I studied for 4 years at the school, and then I went for 5 years to the university. Yeah, it's like a narration. We are telling something that happened in the past, that started in the past, so we use the past simple. Okay, you use it to talk about generalities or facts. This is important to remember. We use it to talk about facts in the past. So, as the one where we have here, the Aztec lived in Mexico. It is a fact. Los aztecas vivían, en México. So the Aztecs live in Mexico. So we talk about facts in the past, something that we know happened. So it's very simple. This part is like the most simple of all. Yeah. So I hope until here everything is clear. We're gonna have some exercises for you to see, and then we're gonna have questions. You're gonna see if you understood everything. Then we're gonna have the time to see if you have any extra questions, and then we're gonna have some test practice. Okay? So let's start with number 1. You have a lot of questions, I can see. We don't translate did in the past. Bueno, entonces aquí hay una pregunta importante, voy a tenerme a contestar. De Wilmer, ¿el did significa que ya están pasados? Sí. El did es el que nos marca el pasado. No necesitamos poner otra vez el verbo en el pasado porque ya el auxiliar está cumpliendo esa función. Johan, no entiendo tu pregunta. Okay, let's start with the exercises and then let's put the questions after this, because when you are solving the exercises, you can maybe see something that you didn't understand, or maybe more things that you need to clarify. Then let's do the exercise and then. Okay, so for number 1, you have went. Let me see. For number 1, you have went. Okay. My father went to work by car yesterday. Excellent. For number 2. Number 2. Have? Oh, no. Wilmer, have is an irregular verb. So have in past is had. Acuérdense que los verbos irregulares se los tienen que saber de memoria. En el pasado, en el participio, lo que sea, se los tienen que saber de memoria. No hay otra opción para aprenderlos. Con los regulares, pues uno dice, ah, sí, yo sé que le pongo una ed o una d al final, pero con los irregulares no hay otra regla que aprendérselos de memoria. Entonces, el pasado de have es had, ¿ok? Entonces, no have, no have. Eso no existe, guys. That doesn't exist, ¿ok? Guys, I am number 2. Sorry, you chat really fast, and I am in number 2 only. So let's see. For number 2, this morning I had a shower. Okay? I had a shower. Number 3. No, pero es que no se los tienen que aprender todos. Apréndanse los más importantes, como los verbos que uno más utiliza. Que decir, busquen la lista de los más usados en internet, súper fácil, y se aprenden esos. Pueden ser por ahí unos 10 o 15. En el examen no les van a aparecer todos, no se preocupen. Didn't clean, no, didn't clean. Acuérdense que lo que tiene el pasado es el auxiliar. Entonces es didn't clean. No tengo que decir didn't cleaned, porque entonces eso sería una redundancia. ¿Ok? Lo que diríamos en español, una redundancia. Entonces, my sister didn't clean her room. Vamos a ver number 4. Es did not clean. Excellent. Yeah, didn't clean or did not clean is correct. Let's go for number 4. Okay, fly is also an irregular verb. So the past is not flight, is flew. I flew. Okay? So the sentence would be the birds flew over our heads. You see that it's important to know this by heart. Okay? You need to know it in your, there is no other way. Okay? Let's go to number 5. Okay, yes, flew. No flow. Flow is the one that the rappers have. We have flew, not flow. Okay. We have last weekend my family bought. Very good, yeah. Also, buy is also an irregular verb, so the past of buy is bought. So last week my family bought a new table for the dining room. Excellent. Yeah, my idea was to put a lot of irregular verbs so that you could see how important it is to have irregular verbs. Because it's very easy with the regular verbs just to put the ed at the end. But with the irregular, you have to know them by heart. So these are the verbs in past that are more common. Buy, fly, yeah? So try to look for these and learn them by heart. Just 10 or 15. You don't need to know them all. So bought is the past or the past of buy. The proof has from pre-A1 to B2. Entonces los ejercicios que aparecen en el examen van desde el pre-A1, que es lo más recontra básico, niños de preescolar, hasta el B2. Entonces, si ustedes cuando se sienten a hacer el examen se van a dar cuenta que las primeras preguntas van a decir, oye, ¿qué preguntas tan bobas? Son re fáciles. Pero entonces ya las siguientes preguntas se van poniendo un poquito más difícil y es todo esto que yo les estoy enseñando los martes es importante para el examen. Por ejemplo, saberse los verbos en pasado. Porque a veces les quitan un verbo y ustedes tienen que leer el contexto y saber en qué tiempo tienen que conjugar el verbo. Okay, number 6. Si me adelantaron. The other day I lost my maths book. I lost. Did you put lost? Yeah. Not lost, lost. Okay. Again, is an irregular verb. I lost. And for the next one is told. Excellent. So we have I told my mother a lie. Number 8. Number 8. We heard. Very good. We heard. That is a regular verb. We heard. A terrible sound outside last night. I want to see number 9. Number 9. Okay. Wilmer. Seen is the past participle, so no. It's not did you saw. Thank you, Heider, is did you see. Remember, acuérdense que el auxiliar es el que está marcando el pasado. El auxiliar ya está en pasado. Es did you see. Si ya tengo el auxiliar en pasado, en presente el auxiliar es do, en pasado did. Como ya el auxiliar está conjugado en pasado did, el verbo viene normal en infinitivo. Did you see the movie yesterday? Ok. Entonces vamos a ver la siguiente, number 10. Eso también es irregular, no me vayan a salir con drink it. No, sin con N es el pasado participio. Acá estamos en el pasado simple. Entonces, did you see? Sin N al final. Drank, very good. So, drank. No drunk, drank. No con U, porque con U es borracho. Drunk. Is drank, con A, que es el pasado de beber. ¿Ok? Ajá, drank. Estoy hablando muy rápido. Es uno de mis defectos. Me emociono con la clase y empiezo a hablar demasiado rápido. Entonces es did you see. Entonces, sí, eso es un problema que tienen. Drunk, que es el que ustedes están acostumbrados a ver, con U, drunk, es borracho. Pero el pasado de beber, drink, es drunk, con A. I drank water, ¿ok? Entonces no es drunk, es drunk. Sí, los puse muchos irregulares para que vean la importancia de que se los aprendan, porque estos son fáciles, o sea, el pasado de volar, el pasado de comprar, son los básicos, los que siempre se van a utilizar, el pasado de beber. Entonces es para que tengan en cuenta lo importante que es aprendérselos, porque los regulares es muy fácil ponerles la E y la D al final y ustedes eso lo van a recordar siempre. Pero los irregulares se los tienen que aprender de memoria. ¿Ok? Let's check the first test practice. So Paul went to the cinema yesterday. Yeah? What you have to do? I want you to put the sentence negative and then interrogative. This same sentence, Paul went to the cinema yesterday. I want you to put it in negative and interrogative way. Okay? This is like the best way to practice. So how will be in did not go or didn't go? Uy, ok. Entonces el primero dice, Paul went to the cinema yesterday. Paul fue al cine ayer. Entonces quiero que la pongan negativa e interrogativa. Ya la pusieron negativa. Paul didn't go to the cinema yesterday. Correct. Now let's see interrogative. Did and go. Excellent. Did Paul go to the cinema yesterday? Very good. This is for you to remember that did is the one that has the past. Okay? Did Paul go? Did Paul go? Very good. So Paul didn't go to the cinema and did Paul go to the cinema yesterday? Good. Now let's go to number 2. Mary went to school alone last week. Mary fue a la escuela sola la semana pasada. Entonces, un verbo irregular que se tienen que aprender, go. Entonces vamos a ver el negativo. Mary didn't go or Mary did not go. Excellent. And did Mary go? So we have the correct for the negative. Mary didn't go to school. Sorry. Mary went to school alone last week. Okay? Mary went to school. No, it's negative. Mary didn't go to school alone last week. Sorry, I confused. So Mary didn't go alone to school last week. And the interrogative, did Mary go to school alone? Did Mary go to school alone? Sí, did Mary go? Did Mary? Ok. Entonces, otra vez. La frase es, Mary went to school alone last week. La negativa sería, Mary didn't go to school alone last week. ¿Ok? Mary didn't go. Y la interrogativa, did Mary go to school alone? Ay, aquí me comí una rayita. So, did Mary go to school alone last week? Solo se trabaja con ese auxiliar porque estamos en el pasado simple. Ahora vamos a ver otros dos ejercicios. She was at home. Entonces, recuerden el verbo ser o estar, también es irregular. Entonces, en pasado, she was at home. ¿Listo? Entonces, she was at home, ella estaba en casa. Entonces, por favor, ¿cómo sería la interrogativa? A veces es necesario y a veces no el complemento. Depende de si dices la frase con el complemento, ¿la entendería? Entonces, eso es lo que tienen que tener en cuenta. Entonces, I made a mistake. La línea no va después de she. Is she at home? Was she at home? Excelente, Wilmer. Was she at home? Entonces, para que se den cuenta, la raya está mal puesta. No se pone después, sino antes, acuérdense. Was she at home? Estaba bien. ¿Estaba ella en casa? Sería la traducción. Was she at home? ¿Listo? Uy, qué pena con esta... Y la interrogativa, la negativa... Ay, ¿esto por qué? Guys, sorry, I made two mistakes. First, negativa es she wasn't at home. ¿Listo? No sé por qué quedó con un signo de interrogación ahí. Entonces, la negativa sería she wasn't or was not at home. ¿Listo? Y la interrogativa, was she at home? ¿Sí me entendieron? Qué pena, me confundí ahí con esta. No puedo escribir en las líneas. No puedo llenar las líneas. Wasn't y was not es lo mismo, solo que wasn't es el was not contraído. Entonces significan lo mismo, no importa si pones wasn't o was not. Estaría correcta. No, porque entonces aquí no estaríamos usando el verbo no. Lo que pasa es que el pasado simple con el verbo ser o estar es diferente. ¿Sí? Entonces cuando tenemos el verbo ser o estar, no necesitamos usar el auxiliar porque el verbo ser o estar actúa como auxiliar. Entonces no tenemos que poner el did. Siempre tengan eso en cuenta. Si ven, van saliendo preguntas importantes. Cuando tenemos el verbo ser o estar, como en esta, she was at home, no utilizamos did porque ya el was, el verbo ser o estar, cumple con la función del auxiliar. Entonces, she wasn't or was not at home, correcto, ella no estaba en la casa. Y la interrogativa, was she at home, ¿estaba ella en la casa? ¿Listo? Vamos a ver la número 4 entonces. Paul ate too much salad yesterday night. So, Paul comió mucha ensalada ayer en la noche. No se puede decir en ninguna oración did was. Eso sería un error garrafal. Con el verbo ser o estar se puede construir el pasado continuo, el pasado simple, igual que en el español. Comió en pasado, ate. A-T-E. La contracción la utilizas cuando tú quieras. No hay una regla. Paul not ate. ¿Y por qué not ate? Como un indio. Paul no come. Paul no come. Entonces la negativa. Paul didn't eat too much salad yesterday night. El auxiliar con la única regla o con el único verbo que no lo utilizamos es con el verbo ser o estar en el pasado. ¿Ok? Con el resto sí. Entonces aquí estamos con el verbo comer. Paul didn't eat too much salad yesterday night. Ay, yesterday night. Ajá. Did Paul eat too much salad? Entonces sería did y el verbo eat. ¿Ok? Did Paul eat? ¿Cómo puedo saber si es el verbo ser o estar? Porque lo ves en la frase. Did Paul eat? Did Paul eat? Did Paul eat? Sean, dame un ejemplo con el verbo can en pasado. Entonces ahí sería un auxiliar, tienes razón. He couldn't eat pizza yesterday. Entonces tampoco tendríamos que usar, porque él ya cumple la función de auxiliar. O sea, can ya es un auxiliar, no podríamos poner dos auxiliares juntos. Sería, he couldn't eat pizza yesterday. Un ejemplo. Y no es can't. Couldn't. Could, exacto, could. En la interrogativa tenemos que poner el auxiliar, pero no con el verbo ser o estar. Was Paul could? No. Estamos diciendo, estuvo Paul podría. Estamos usando dos auxiliares. No podemos usar dos auxiliares. Could not estaría bien. I could not play the guitar yesterday, por ejemplo. No pude tocar la guitarra ayer. Pero es que acuérdense que el pasado simple se utiliza para hablar de una acción que empezó y terminó en el pasado. I didn't take a shower. Perfecto. En interrogativa y en negativa va a auxiliar, sí, señorita. O señor. Perdón, sí, señor. Can you play guitar? Pero eso no es el pasado simple. Ok, guys.